December 19th and 20th, Monday and Tuesday, the sun is in Sag and the moon is in Scorpio. So Sag and Scorpio are right next to each other. And Sag is the expansive, open, loud, uninhibited energy. And Scorpio is the quiet, internal, secretive energy. So a person born with this will spill the beans because that's what happens with Sag. And then Scorpio will be like, don't say everything. So there's an internal conflict when you got fire and water right in your chart. And when that conflict shows up for us, those of us watching this, watching the energy of the day, you could be feeling the moon that goes into Scorpio and suddenly you're like, why doesn't everybody just leave me alone? Like, I just want to time out. This is just before Christmas. We're about to change into Capricorn. We're at the very tail end. And you know what happens right now? Jupiter's in Pisces and it's squaring the sun in Sag. So this is an indicator. You'll learn this in my school. If you were born with this, it would make it hard for you to have fun. Like you want to go spend money, Sagittarius, you want to go party, that's their nature. And then Jupiter in Pisces goes, no, no, no. Even though Jupiter in Pisces, which is almost over, it's about to enter Aries. So we've had an entire year of this. It's all about microdosing and partying and getting high. And then Sun and Sag is like, yeah, let's have some more. But whenever there's a square, this is again, fire and water, Sag and Pisces. The internal dialogue says, I can't give myself permission to do it or to not do it, so I struggle. And there's lots of you watching this where you can feel inside of yourself, there's a conflicted energy. This is why people get astrology readings. So if you go to my website, Debra Silverman Astrology, underneath Work With Me, I have a slew of like 20 trained astrologers that I've trained. And I look at your chart, I do matchmaker, make me a match. I look at your chart, then I look at their chart and I figure out who's the right piece. Because that conflict, that square energy where one half of you is going in one direction and another half's in another, and you can feel the tension, it becomes very easy to manage when you're aware. That's why we study astrology. So the good news is Mercury in Capricorn is trining Uranus and Taurus, 120-degree energy, which would tell us if a baby were born with Mercury and Capricorn trining Uranus, that's like an astrologer's chart. That's someone whose mental mind can do Capricorn groundedness, but has the Uranian open-mindedness to think about things that the mind would typically get limited by. The mind by itself, you learn this in my school in the second class, your mind could hijack you and interrupt everything. But when there's support from another planet in astrology, in this case, Uranus, you can Google it, Uranus trines Mercury, a baby's born with super intelligence, doesn't have that problem, can remember things, can apply things. It's a great combination. I wish I had it. In my next life, I think I've told you, I'm going to have Capricorn rising and moon in Taurus. So I'm going to have that energetic of super grounded, super stable, and that sun in Sag just says, listen, you guys, let's go have fun. So just wanting you to know that during these few days, we've got a deep entrance into Scorpio land. And I'm not sure Scorpio really thinks about fun. Well, there's a few fun things in Scorpio. Sexuality and eating. There's the fun factor. Otherwise, it might feel a little bit like a fun, not a fun, yes, a fun, 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake. If that's the energetic, listen to that moon in Scorpio, go in, take a break, take a breath, and know that Scorpio is just asking you to please be quiet. Astrology just wanted me to tell you that. If you're like me, you're ready for more, and I have really good news. I'm teaching again, and I want to help you discover your significant planet or the planets that are really influencing your psychology, because you have a purpose and a contract that you agreed to before you arrived here on this planet. And the quickest path that I found for figuring out your purpose is through studying first the planets. When you figure out that significant planet, there goes the confusion, and suddenly you feel so much more comfortable being yourself. Click the link in the description to learn more about the planets, my very best friends.